Red Pill disclaimer. Welcome to Gawdzell's channel. By watching this video, you are choosing to take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All opinions expressed are Gawdzell's alone, and any copyrighted content belongs to its respective owners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you see it now? Can you see the Matrix for what it truly is?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Let's get right into it.
But what they don't do at White Castle is flip the burgers.
The reason why we don't have to flip them is because the steam and the buns that are basically over top of it, it cooks it all the way through for us, and then all we gotta do is take them off the grill, slide them right off. That's why they're sliders. Now we're gonna get the meat, and we're gonna place it on the grill. So 2 rows of 5, 3 times.
Each grill cooks 30 burgers at a time, but it's those famous 5 holes in the patties that make White Castle's cooking process so unique. They help steam grill each burger to perfection. Next, a little salt and pepper.
Now what we're going to do is place the buns on here. What we want to do is place it on before the meat cooks, because if we don't place it on, then all the steam runs away and then our buns don't get that soft.
But what they don't do at White Castle is flip the burgers.
The reason why we don't have to flip them is because the steam and the buns that are basically over top of it, it cooks it all the way through for us, and then all we gotta do is take them off the grill, slide them right off. That's why they're sliders.
After 3 short minutes, they're ready to go. But not before they're topped off with that signature White Castle pickle.
You gotta have the pickle.
During a typical lunch hour, a White Castle can sell more than 1,000 burgers. And that's just 1 hour. Because they're so small, most folks order more than one.
Yup.
A ton usually.
It's America's original fast food burger, made famous by America's first fast food restaurant, White Castle.
A White Castle tastes so good.
I need my White Castle.
In fact, White Castle was also the first to sell over 1 million of these bite-sized burgers. White Castle was born, and they sold their burgers for just 5 cents a piece.
What?
Today, they sell more than 600 million sliders every year. But what they don't do at White Castle is flip the burgers.
I guess they don't wear gloves either. Yo, people in the comments be so funny, dog. That is too funny. Now, he really don't got gloves on.
The reason why we don't have to flip them is
The reason why you should have some gloves on, because your hands might be nasty. Dude, put some gloves on. Nobody needs to. Yeah, man. Don't eat from him. For sure. I'm just playing. But that is funny, though.
The moment that Kanye awarded Diddy with the BET award was super weird. Like, do any of you guys remember this? Kanye came out in the space mask and said that he wanted to declare himself legally dead for over a year, but Diddy is really persistent. And this whole thing was super odd to me because right before this, Kanye was spilling all the tea about Diddy. I mean, I'm sure you guys remember when Kanye was constantly calling Diddy an op. He even explained how Diddy texted him after he went on the rant, basically telling him he needed to shut his mouth. And he explained how Diddy has even unalived people. And he said he basically made a deal so he would stay out of trouble with any of this. And he had to pull on Kanye's coattail. And we know that Kanye's rant was all these artists are not making the money that they deserve. So Kanye coming on the BET Awards and giving this really awkward speech to Diddy after he exposed all of this was a super weird time. I'm going to go ahead and roll you guys this clip so you can see how awkward this moment was. And you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
I took a little hiatus. I said I want to just like declare myself legally dead for a year. nobody messing me. You know, just like I just want to be off the grid, and you know, Puff is pretty persistent. But I had to think, bro, it's like people, they get amnesia. Like, I should never have Puff have to ever call more than one time. Any of us in this room, if Puff ever need us, we need to jump and be there. This man has been through and survived a lot of stuff. I know how it is to want to change your name, you know? You might know him as Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. But when that gas is hitting a certain point, I thought, like, at the end of all of it, all we have is love.
The moment that Kanye awarded Diddy with the BET award was
I don't know about that one, Kanye, man.
So not only do we have now...
What if I told you that Diddy's baby oil isn't actually baby oil? It's a metaphor or a phrase that the FBI is using to make what he did seem a little bit less harmless. So Diddy has a movie made exactly about him, and that movie in question is called Blink Twice. And no, it doesn't star Diddy, but the movie is depicting exactly everything that's panning out and how Diddy might have gotten away with all of his parties. In the movie Blink Twice, Channing Tatum's this rich billionaire who has a bunch of rich billionaire friends and have these wild, extravagant parties with random women, but they end up drugging the women and making them forget about everything through the use of this perfume. And what does that sound like exactly? A Diddy party. And what is the baby oil exactly? The perfume. What if I told you that Diddy's baby oil isn't actually...
All rise. Hey, you can go ahead and stop saying that. This is so fucking diabolical, man. Man,
It really is.
how many years should I put you up in there for? Yep. Yeah, once that mayonnaise came out, I already added 100. Yeah. Oh shit, the milk. Damn. Give me my extra clips. Yeah, it might get crazy up in this courtroom today. Yeah. I'm still looking at the evidence. It's coming through. It's coming through. You know, the Wi-Fi slow. Uh-huh. Oh man. What okay,
Cereal?
Adding shit. Well, let me add some more. Yeah. 50.
Add some more years, yeah. 150.
Life sentences. We're not finna play with her.
Right.
Yeah, we gonna keep her ass on life support while she in there. Yeah. We gonna have the AI running the jail by then.
No.
Yeah, don't put that in the oven, ma'am. Soon as it's done, you done. Done. She is fucking finished. Let's get this. Hey, give me them damn cups. I'm gonna put them on her myself. The fuck? All right.
Somebody said, damn, she still adding shit. Yo, nah, that is funny. Oh my goodness.
American Health Nutrition in court right now trying to ban Fruit Loops. Question is, why do you put food coloring?
Food dyes, they have shown all over the world that they can use colorants that come from fruit.
This is the Canadian version.
This is the brightness of the Canadian version, just for visibility. And this is the brightness of artificial food dyes. So, of course, Kellogg and other food companies will argue children prefer this over this, just as they would prefer cocaine over sugar. That doesn't make it okay.
But I think...
But with artificial food dyes, they have shown all over the world that they can use colorants that come from fruit.
This is the Canadian version.
This is the brightness of...
That is so crazy, bro. Like sugar is really like a drug. It's really a drug, man. You could really be addicted to that type of stuff, man.
Hip-hop to infiltrate the minds of America's youth and fuel the rise of the privatized prison system? In the 1980s, as hip-hop culture exploded from the streets of New York, it seemed to many like a grassroots movement, a voice for the voiceless. But what if it wasn't as organic as we think? Some say the CIA saw an opportunity. By strategically backing record labels and promoting specific violent and drug-centric rap music, they could manipulate public perception and shift youth culture. Music is a powerful tool, and what better way to steer a generation than through its rhythms and lyrics? As socially conscious rap gave way to gangster rap, glorifying crime and materialism, many argue that this change wasn't accidental. Behind the scenes, the intelligence community could have funneled funds into this shift. Why? A surge in youth engaging in criminal activity would create a direct pipeline from the streets to the growing privatized prison systems, an industry that was booming and profiting off mass incarceration, especially of black and brown youth. The more violence and drugs flooded the airwaves, the more law enforcement cracked down and the prison population skyrocketed. And while this new music filled the charts, corporations and private prisons lined their pockets. profits. So, was this just a cultural phenomenon, or was hip-hop weaponized by the CIA to turn America's youth into prisoners for profit? You be the judge.
Yo, look how they be trying to tell the truth in these movies and cartoons. And it's crazy, y'all, because these been in front of us before the event even took place, yo. Look at this shit. Pay attention to all the signs. I'm gonna point them out. Look at this. Look at this one. We're not even gonna talk about it. Attention. Listen. Yo. Peep this one. What's that? What's that about? Fantastic Four. Way back in the day. Old Marvel draw, Iron Man. 1994. Look at this one. No, look at this one, y'all. Yo, that's crazy. Tell me the cartoons wasn't doing some shit, yo. It's not funny, but it's crazy. Like. Look at the Ghostbusters, yo. What's that about? Yo. I know y'all gonna say, oh man, like, come on, yo, like, yeah. Hey, bro. Nah, yo. Look at that shit, yo. I know y'all remember Batman Beyond. I know y'all do.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yo.
I remember seeing this stuff.
1985. Was they not trying to like tell us something? Look at that. Look at this one, 1999, John. Y'all think that was?
Yo, that like man, they been showing the truth for years, probably too. I'm pretty sure a lot of like people that's like older than me probably seen that stuff in like the cartoons, or a lot of crazy stuff in the cartoons. I'm pretty sure y'all have.
There's a Nebraska quarterback. He's trending just because he's trying to copy everything that Patrick Mahomes does.
Whoa, what do you do?
You know who Patrick Mahomes is?
Yeah.
Number one QB, right? He has his own signature look, his number. Bro, Dylan Raiola, a quarterback from Nebraska, he copies his goatee, his cut. When he walks into the game, he wears the goggles, like, do you know like the goggles we wore at Project X?
Yeah.
Mahomes is known for wearing that before games. He does that.
He's a fan then.
Listen, number 15 is what he wears. Guess what he wears?
Number 15.
And there's theories that he went to college that wore red just so he can copy that because Mahomes is a red jersey too.
Okay, what's the age difference though?
He's in college and Mahomes he's like 30.
He's a fan.
But listen, this is where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
Mahomes pre-game warm-up is doing high knees and going, yeah. On the next game, he started doing the same shit.
Damn, this is his son,
He started walking the same, doing everything. And this is why I think he's doing it. It's marketing.
Why?
Because if you want to get drafted and people are comparing you to different quarterbacks, don't you want to get compared to a GOAT?
That's true, because they're going to look at his game style too. They're going to look at his skills and shit after.
Yeah, exactly. There's
Nebraska. That is good marketing. I can't lie.
P. Diddy might actually just be a big old distraction. Watch this.
The whole entire world is being distracted by the P. Diddy case.
Right.
What's going on with Diddy? The whole soap opera. So I sat back and I asked myself, why? Why are they making light of this right now? I mean, if he's wrong, he's definitely wrong. But why are they making light of it? What are they trying to hide? Because usually, when they got one thing going on over here, they have something else going on over here. So I did my research. And on the same day that they came and arrested Mr. P. Diddy and had media in a frenzy, social media in a frenzy. But on that same day, did you know? Did you know 23andMe? Yes, at 23andMe, the DNA database, every single CEO and director has resigned. Now you gotta ask yourself, why would the CEOs and directors resign? Now let's go back to when the data breach happened. And at least 7 million people, 7 million customers, data was breached. DNA data was breached. And nobody knew that these guys resigned on the same day that P. Diddy got locked up. Don't you think this is something that you should have knew about?
Yep.
They have a lot of power.
They weird, y'all.
You know what's about to go down, right? Pay attention.
P. Diddy might actually...
I mean, this is the beginning, man. You know, the beginning of their end, for sure.
If you're in North Florida and you are in the path of the hurricane, you need to watch this.
Evening, but Helene is an expansive storm with hazards that are already extending out hundreds of miles away from the center, and those hazards are going to play out in multiple life-threatening forms over the next 12 to 24 hours.
Y'all heard what he said? Multiple life scenarios will be taking place the next 12 to 24 hours within this area over here. They're talking about waves the sizes of 2-story homes, y'all.
The area we're most concerned about is here between Carabel and Sewanee River, where we're expecting to see a storm surge inundation of 15 to 20 feet above ground level. So again, I'm 6 feet tall. That's water 3 to 4, 3.5, 4 times as high as I am. And that's up to the top of a second-story building. Again, a really unsurvivable scenario is going to play out here in this portion of the Florida coastline. And really unsurvivable scenario is going to play out here in this portion of the Florida coastline.
And this is what it looks like rolling into Florida, y'all. Look at those clouds.
Dang.
But hold on, y'all. I just noticed something. Do y'all see that?
Crazy.
Doesn't that look like the Chucky doll? Look at that. Look at the eye, the nose, the lips, and the hair, the red hair. Doesn't that look like the Chucky doll? Or some type of entity like swallowing something? That could be the mouth right there and the other part of the mouth. But look at that. It kind of looks like the Chucky doll, huh? Look, the ears. But the eye is what got me, y'all. That thing look crazy. If you live in the Big Bend area, y'all need to rethink about what y'all need to do. I know you guys are Floridians and y'all stick out the storms, but you heard what he said, y'all. But this is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Let me know what you guys think about that Chucky reference. Thank you for tuning in.
Watch this. The world's first fully color changing car. Wait for it. Ready? Here we go. Look at this. Look. It's my avatar welcoming me. Look. Welcome, Supercar Blondie. Look, my little avatar. You can choose how much of the display comes up in front of you. Watch this. The world's...
So if you guys didn't know, the ports are shutting down, starting from the west, California, to the east, New York. And this is bound to happen soon, as early as October 1st.
I hope everybody got their goods and services together. I hope y'all got all y'all goddamn products, because it looks like the ports are about to fucking shut down. Businesses are preparing for a strike by dock workers on the east and the Gulf Coast, which could begin on October 1st. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey is coordinated with partners across the supply chain to prepare for any impacts from the possible work stoppage by workers represented by the International Longshoremen's Association as they negotiate with the United States Maritime Alliance, U.S.
So ports are shutting down as of October 1st if negotiations aren't met. And then the very next day, we have a Ring of Fire solar eclipse. Y'all remember earlier this year when all those boats kept on crashing into those ports? This one over here happening in New York. This one in Los Angeles. Y'all see that? Were they telling us something? This one was in China. You see this? This is predictive programming, isn't it? They were telling us. And even the bridges, we were watching the bridges fall down.
Yeah.
Y'all see that?
That was crazy.
And then in
time.
conjunction, we have Hurricane Helene about to make landfall really soon. See, spiritually speaking, I've spoken on this before. The bridges represent cosmic gateways because bridges connect you to land. You want to leave San Francisco? You're going to have to cross that Golden Gate Bridge. So spiritually speaking, this is cutting off a lot of people. This is why if you pay attention to the news, they've been talking about nothing but evacuations as of late. And also the port. A port is where we get everything. It's how we get our food, our water, our drinks, whatever you may think of. This is spiritually speaking because the port of the spirit realm was literally feeding the physical realm, which we still call those UFOs ships, right? Because they're still in water. They're in the metaphysical water, which they call space, which is oxygen, the air we breathe, which is a less dense version of hydrogen, which is water. This is why we call them ships. UFOs, UAPs, they are still ships. So the spirit realm is cutting off a lot of people, the people that do not belong here. So this is also cutting them off physically from the physical world. So that's why their food is stopping. Because y'all got to understand, Earth is a school. What's happening in the physical is actually taking place in the spiritual. In fact, it has to take place in the spiritual before it manifests in the physical. And bridges are ports and entrances to this world. This is why these portals have been erected in different parts of the world. The ports are closing at the same time portals are going up. This is why you have all the ports that connect to the USA, and then you have a USB port, and then you have a USC port, because everything is on the sea. Physical sea, metaphysical sea, as above so below. But I hope you guys see what I'm saying here. This is only manifesting in the physical because the spiritual world is cutting off people. Remember, we are ascending. A lot of people cannot come. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
Chosen individuals experience something called the spiritual stare, and it is because your auric field is able to be seen by these evil and low vibrational entities. If y'all have ever seen the movie They Live, then you understand that there are individuals on this planet who do not have a soul. So whenever you come into contact with these individuals, you have to understand that you are literally almost glowing to them. These individuals have no soul connection to the Most High, so they only experience life within the matrix. And this is why, as a chosen one, you often get the fluoride stare, because these individuals cannot internally comprehend reality outside of the matrix. And these individuals often label chosen ones as crazy, but they will tell you themselves that they don't even have the ability to dream. You have to be mindful of who you're communicating with and sharing your insight to as a chosen individual, because not everyone is really here. Chosen individuals experience something called the spiritual stare, and it is because your auric field is able to be...
Oh my goodness. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has been formally indicted by the Manhattan grand jury for at least one federal crime. This is said to be in connection with his 2021 campaign, but we will be getting more information as early as tomorrow. This is not the first time he made the headlines. Last year, he gave Diddy the keys to New York City, acknowledging his immense contribution to the culture and entertainment. In that same year, he ascended to the highest rank of Freemasonry, with the police commissioner and the chief of the department becoming Master Masons. I'm not saying these are connected to his indictment by any means, but when we get more information on that, I'll keep you updated. Oh my goodness, New York.
Florida once put millions of old tires into the ocean, hoping it would become a popular tourist attraction. In the 1970s, some fishermen had an idea for dealing with used rubber tires that couldn't be recycled. They decided to sink the tires to the ocean floor to create an artificial reef for marine life. They thought this would benefit everyone. This plan was so popular that it even got money from the government, and many people in the community joined in to help. Altogether, they sank over 2 million tires about a mile off Florida's coast. However, the tires started to break down and release harmful chemicals into the water, which poisoned the marine life. This was bad news for their plan to boost sea life. The tires were dropped between two big natural reefs, but they began to move with the ocean currents. The movement meant nothing could grow on the artificial reef, but it also started colliding with the natural reefs, completely destroying them and driving fish away. A hurricane later pushed tens of thousands of these tires onto the shores of North Carolina, hundreds of miles away. Since this disaster, there have been several efforts to clean up the mess, but there are still about 500,000 tires left in the ocean. Florida once put millions of old...
You know, if you look at an interview from me from 10 years ago, everybody says, I love that interview. People didn't love it back then, though, because I was speaking to the future. I'm 10 years ahead mentally, and I'm trapped in today's time. And every now and then I crack you a smile for 2013, but I'm cracking you a frown for 2023. And I'm focused on what it's going to be. Just mark my words. As I'm Kanye West, you've seen my execution. Did I not become the biggest rock star on the planet? Did I not influence all musicians? Did I not go and get the exact girl that I wanted? Did I not start my family? Did I not ruffle the feathers of 2 presidents? Did I not get a chance to work with my idol? Did I not make Louis Vuittons? Did people not line up at the Yeezy store? Did I not make the college dropout, late registration, graduation, 808s, Blueprint 1, Blueprint 3, Watch the Throne, Cruel Summer, and Yeezus, if you like it or not? You know, if you look at an interview from me from 10 years ago.
No, I mess with Kanye though. He got that confidence, man. This is what you gotta have though, you know? But this is, no, he probably was with them that did that thing with that Diddy party or something though, man. Cause that girl was, man, she was freaking out. Dang, it sucks, man. That's why you don't supposed to look up to nobody, man. Cause you never know what they, you know, what they might be doing behind closed doors, for real. Never know.
None of this jewelry on my arm is real. Don't love me because of no fucking diamonds. Take all this shit.
What?
This bracelet right here look real as a. This shit was $23 on Amazon.
You said
Are those earrings?
$23 on Amazon. That's funny.
You know why it's not real?
All right, look that up.
Because I've lost so much of this shit. I done spent the $500,000 on the fucking watch. Call Jacob the jeweler. I'm good. I don't lose no sleep over trying to win the popularity contest from showing up with all this jewelry that I'm going to leave on a nightstand and have a housekeeper to say, I don't know. I'm sure you don't know. I'm sure you don't know what them $250,000 fucking $250,000 fucking earrings is at. I don't know. We looked everywhere. I'm sure you looked everywhere. That motherfucker tired 2 weeks later. Hey, sure. Hey, these motherfuckers still they paying me back to this day. You know how much goddamn jewelry I lost?
Tyrese new album.
None of this jewelry on my arm.
Nah. No way he got robbed by his housekeeper. What? I don't know. Nah, why do you say that, man? That's funny.
They said, what were those pyramids around the world for? And I saw the vision, and I said, those was airports. I said, you would go in one pyramid in Egypt and end up in the next pyramid in Mexico. And that's how that's how we got around the world. There was ancient airport. This shit out. When I was telling them about.
Hold on, Bobby Hemmett. Hold on. He got me thinking, maybe them pyramids was airports to travel to different parts of the world. Damn, that's interesting. That's a good theory. I like that. That's interesting.
About this, it was the day after the Jumpers movie opened up, and I hadn't even seen the Jumpers movie. I had to go get that off of a bad DVD, and I said those were ancient airports, and that's how we used to travel around the planet
And beyond. Shit.
and beyond. You see what I'm saying? So that's and it was the spirit world that showed me how this whole thing worked, and I said that makes most sense. Or why they got them, and not only they got them in, they got pyramids in every section of the world. There's a guy named Bob Breyer. He wrote a book called Egyptian Magic, and he got specials out, DVD specials, where he go around every part of the globe and show you pyramids. They even got pyramids up under the water in Japan.
Yeah, they all over. They had them out in Long Island, everywhere.
And then you talk about the Native American mounds.
Yeah.
You see, so it's some amazing shit. They say, what were those?
So I guess pyramids is basically portals to beyond this physical realm, and to get you to the different places around this world. That makes sense though, you know. That would make sense because it's like built, you know, it's like a lot of energy in like this one little, you know, space. It makes sense. That's interesting though. I don't know if that's true, you know. I don't want to believe this fully, you know, but it is interesting. Can't lie.
They keep you stuck in the reptilian part of the brain, the instinctual. Instead, you want to move to the neocortex, where critical thinking takes place. Neo is plugged into the matrix via the reptilian brain on the brainstem, and he wakes up to the neocortex, that's why he's called Neo. Osiris never existed, he represents the reptilian brainstem, that's why he's green. The reptilian brain is always scanning the environment for survival threats. It's the closest brain to the rest of the central nervous system. Because it does not think, it's instant reactions based on fight or flight mode. Matrix is designed to keep you in your lowest states of consciousness. Eating, lusting, consuming. They don't want you critically thinking using the neocortex. This is the part of the brain that processes higher states of consciousness. There is no shape-shifting lizards controlling the world. Symbolic for the lower mind that they're trapping you in. Join Ethereal University for a library, a manifestation course, lectures, and live Q&As. They keep you stuck in the reptilian part of the brain, the instinctual.
The other thing is that no one seems to think about is why isn't Jay-Z picking himself? Like, he's not even being selfish about it for himself. Why isn't somebody saying, man, you know what? He's actually making a decision based off of what he thinks the best performance is at the right time, music, etc. Because he's not even using this moment to satisfy himself. He has catalog. He can rock. Yeah. He's nice. He's not even choosing himself. To me, that should be celebrated. That he's not being selfish and he's helping these artists and giving them what they deserve and not being selfish about it and choosing only, you know, Rock Nation acts of himself.
You know what it is? He know his time is up. And so he's trying to lay back. That's what it is.
A video is currently trending that shows multiple
Real, I'll be playing to it, but that's what I think it is. He know his time up, but he did a lot of stuff that he don't want to come out, and it's gonna have to come out because whatever's been done in the dark must come to the light, buddy.
Vehicles self-driving and parked in an abandoned parking lot. Check it out real quick.
Trunk is open. Guys, look at all these Cybertrucks and Teslas. No one's driving that? No one is in that car.
Nobody walked over here. Wait. There's nobody in these. What the heck? That car just sped off. There's no one in it.
Now, a lot of people in the comments were talking about how this reminded them of a scene from the movie Leave the World Behind. And while reviewing that scene, I came across a pretty wild theory that was being discussed in the comments. The theory suggests that brand new Teslas are purposely being sent to abandoned lots so that if there's ever a state of emergency or a state of panic, these vehicles could be remotely activated and sent to main highways and roads in order to block them off in an attempt to maintain order or control. Now, that's obviously just a theory and there's no hard evidence behind it, but some people still find it suspicious that these cars appear to be brand new and still have power, as well as there being an unusually large amount of Cybertrucks, which are promoted as having windows and an exterior that's supposed to be impenetrable to multiple weapons. Regardless, it's pretty strange, but leave a like and let me know what you think about all this in the comments.
Has anyone else noticed how the
pretty strange, though.
industries are so connected lately? I mean, we literally have Travis Scott walking down a runway. And with Fashion Week in full swing, the connections are everywhere. Earlier on this month in New York, Madonna and Ice Spice were caught sitting next to each other. And for some reason, this makes so much sense. Also, I don't know if you noticed the person behind them, but very odd. Fast forward to now, Paris Fashion Week. Michelle Lamy was there to support her husband, Rick Owens, who is known as the Lord of Dark Fashion.
This is so weird. Like, who wakes up and say, I want to be a villain today? Like, get out of here, y'all. We get it. You guys are with them people. We get it, and y'all time is coming. Just know that.
To his name, because look at the eyes of his models. And in attendance, we have Cardi B. She was talking and taking pictures with Michelle Lamy. Everyone wants pictures with her, especially Camila Cabello, who is on the left in the mask, and Jordan Woods on her right. Now, I'm not saying any of this is bad. I just think the connections are very interesting. Has anyone else noticed how
I definitely think it's interesting. But this is how you know they all, and they're working together, you know? This is what they do. And they've been doing this for a long time, and now their time is coming to an end. That's what I feel like.
The only thing that can come to the light is what they did in the dark.
Okay. Do you think that, you know, a lot of people are stressing out right now? Do you agree with what people are saying? That a lot of people are...
What did they do in the dark, Cam? What did they do on that 50-foot bed, Cam? What did they do under them other drones, Cam? What was they doing? Hey, it ain't got nothing to do.
What was they doing, Cam?
Cam, can you finish this? Because you should be a smart What's done in the dark shall
come to the light.
Oh, you read your Bible. Smart man. It has nothing to do with what you think it is. What my God says it will be, it shall be. What my God says it will be, shall be. They can't be mad at what they did. That's like Forrest Gump getting mad at him going back to grab Bubba. Like, bro, you knew it was bombs falling. You know it's going down back there. But I gotta find Bubba. You know, Bubba dead. You can't pick up the Bubba and run 20 miles this way. Bubba gone. Goddamn, might as well drop his ass, cause them bombs is coming, and they don't want them bombs to come. But oh, that day the bombs come, will you be ready? See, I had a problem. My problem was I love to jack off, so I was watching I was jerking my off, doing shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing, watching things, screwing my own hand, screwing my own hand, Cam. That was the bomb. The bomb was stop touching myself. Do you want to touch yourself all the time? Well, a lot of people just love to touch themselves. They love to put themselves in weird ass positions to where they know that they shouldn't be putting themselves in. And that is where the bomb comes. You cannot be mad at what's happening when you already did what we can see. As the Illuminati, that means you and I, everyone else that cooks your food, that makes sure we take out your trash, that cleans your toilet when you don't want to, upper class, lower class, as above so below. These are the people that you keep disrespected. And then you think that since we watching from a low ass pedestal, right? Okay, yeah, you think you're not gonna end up with bombs on you? No, we're the eyes of God. We are the eyes of God. The only
It's like he be making sense and then he just be losing me. Like, I don't, y'all do y'all get that feeling too? Like he be on to something, then he just like, what is he talking about now? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he just be saying a little treat and then he just starts saying something. I don't know what he be talking about at the end, like for real.
Why they call me Bookie?
I have never felt more bamboozled in my life. You're telling me this is what grass-fed means? I'm thinking they're free, happy cows living off the land. But no, this is the reality. Like, literally everything is a lie. Everything.
Literally.
Here I am thinking I'm getting a better quality of meat and the animals weren't tortured for me to eat this. And it's the same thing. I have never felt more
man,
in my life.
that is crazy. I thought they was like out there just free, eating their grass on their own time. No, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing for them. Unless you got like a private farm, But,
over 85% of the grass-fed beef in the American market is imported product, not raised in America. Isn't that nuts?
The worst part is that imported beef is legally labeled product of the USA.
How's that?
If value is added in this country, it's a product of the USA.
What?
And we compete with it every day.
How do they add value?
If they grind it, slice it, cut it, package it, label it.
Rebox it.
transport it. But the animal, make no mistake, the animal was born, raised, and slaughtered in Uruguay, Australia, New Zealand, or 20 other countries.
Over 85%.
I didn't know that. Damn. That's why you really gotta like grow on some fruit, you really gotta get on that, man. Yeah, for real.
The farmer drives his truck to feed the cows with freshly harvested grass every day to ensure high-quality milk. But before feeding, harvesting needs to be done. A folding harvester, with its 33-foot-long mechanical arm, cuts large swathes of grass without damaging the roots. Above the blades is a conveyor belt that lines up the cut grass. In less than 30 minutes, it can harvest about half an acre of grass. Depending on the density, the grass can be collected from the sides or the middle. Next, a collection vehicle takes over. A steel spiked roller at the bottom spins continuously, working with a wavy spiral drum above to gather the grass into the truck bed. Driving along the lined up grass, the truck efficiently picks up all the cut grass. Once the truck is full, the farmer drives it to the cow sheet, opens the tailgate, and the fresh grass is evenly spread in the passageways. Finally, using a forklift, the grass is distributed to the cows. After they are fed and content, the day's feeding task is complete.
Grab on me for it.
I want to touch that belly.
That's fine.
Oh, that's not nice. Come on now.
I'm not putting him down.
That's not nice.
This is all I'm saying.
Tell me what happened today.
He just walked up, he's being nice.
I'm not being disrespectful.
But that's not nice.
If you hear me out, I'm not being disrespectful. I have a right to not speak to him.
Okay, but you don't need to be touching him.
Hear me out. I didn't touch him. He prevented me from touching him.
Yeah, but
I tried to touch his belly. He said, hold.
Yeah, that's, you don't know him well enough to be touching him.
Hear me out. I know all of you guys well enough. Touch his belly. You guys know I don't pose no threat.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want you touching my belly. I don't know you that well.
You're a woman, so I understand. Big fat guy like this here, he been like this since high school. He don't mind that. So all I'm saying is, take me to jail and let me poke up.
Are you intoxicated? You been drinking? We'll do this. Let's stand up. Let's do some tests.
They got him. They got him. They got him. Oh my god. Oh my god. He said, "Take me to jail." Oh my goodness, bro. Nah, no way. He knew he messed up. Dang, drinking and driving. And be doing that, man, that's not cool. You can, you can really go bad.
Just for the record, all of those meet federal requirements under TH level.
This is a 2022. Bet he won't do that again.
Now, the signification of the two moons is the blueprint of the resurrection.
We ain't finished. Yo, we're not about to see no two moons, y'all. It's not about to happen. Don't even get your hopes up about that. You're not about to see that. I'm looking out right now. I don't see no two moons.
Now, the second moon is the timekeeper of the collapse of the patriarchal patrilineal system of democracy. So this is basically the end game of the simulation, the playoffs. Our physiology is made up of 70% water. So what you think is going to do to the nanotechnology all throughout your physiology when you have two moons in our atmosphere pulling on your genetical structure? Because like I said, the moon is basically the timekeeper. The second moon is the timekeeper of planet Earth. So when you have the gravitational frequency yanking at the planet at a violent level, it's going to cause calamity, it's going to cause destruction. And that destruction is going to amplify 6 times greater because it's going to amplify the human resonance spike on planet Earth to where you're going to get all these calamities. And these calamities, when you're going to have 6 times more hurricanes, tornadoes, everything intrinsically that's going to basically happen to the collapse of the demiurge of the simulation. This is a prophetic divination that's going to be taking place. So it's not a coincidence that you see cities like New York City. Everything will change in 2025, which is basically the personification of the fall of Babylon. Because the gravitational frequency of 2 moons is going to be pulling on the energy that's going to activate. Now, the signification of the 2 moons is the.
I don't know, but they did say that we're not gonna be able to see it without, our 2 eyes. So I don't know. It seemed kind of like, who knows? Maybe it's deeper than that, than 2 moons. Maybe there is something out there, but it's probably not like another moon. Maybe it's something different. You gotta think outside the box. When they be trying to tell you something, man, you gotta think outside the box, because what they tell you is not the full truth. You gotta remember that. Just because they saying it's 2 moons, bro, it could be something else deeper than that. They just because they don't want to give you the full truth. So there might be something deeper behind this 2 moons thing. But it is interesting.
I'm not ever drinking no shit from somebody that's not only smirking, but he won't even make eye contact with you. Like, he just laughing like him and his friend finna fuck your whole night up. 2 cups of the bubble guts? Okay, let me whisk up some of these microorganisms so I can put your motherfucking intestines on autopilot. He finna put your guts on cruise control. 1 cup of this shit, look at this.
And more stuff going on with Georgia, y'all. This is
Oh.
in Rockdale County, Conyers, Georgia.
Oh,
The Biolabs Corporation just caught on fire. Check this out, y'all. Look at this.
Wow.
This
That's
is
crazy.
a chemical fire. They're not entirely sure how this thing got started, but you can clearly see over here, y'all. You have like this black and white mixture of smoke. It started out like this, and then as the fire progressed, it became looking like this. Y'all see that color?
And they just sent out a alert for us to shelter in place.
Wow.
And close all your windows. Because
It's crazy.
chemical fire. So look at those clouds.
But yes, y'all, I got so many angles of this thing. I wanted y'all to see exactly what it's looking like. But look, from black and white to this color, man. Look at that shit, y'all. That shit look crazy. That look like a mystery color. Tell me that don't look like something out of a nightmare. Look at that. It's got 1 leg here, another leg right there. Like some big blob creature, huh? That shit crazy. It's one thing after another, man. Y'all better get ready. I'm telling y'all, man, let's get this shit. Peace in. And more stuff going on.
If you having sex, and you can bring your woman to an orgasm before you nut, get up. That should be the end of the sex. Because you want to get into a practice of not ejaculating. Ejaculation should not be the object. After about a couple of weeks, couple of months, maybe a year, you'll start orgasming instead of ejaculation. It's just a lot of you don't know what orgasm is. Orgasm is a series of spasms that when you really get into it, it's just as good as an ejaculation. So and you can have more of them. So if you can, so my point is, the first thing to do is to, if your woman can have an orgasm before you nut, then you get up after she has the orgasm. First of all, I know it's tough one because what you're going to find out is this, though. This is what you're going to find out. After a couple of months, then the ejaculation is going to be a letdown. Once you start to reverse it, the ejaculation, when you nut, be like, oh, fuck, I done damn nutted. So you get into a thing, and after a while, the centrifugal force will reverse, and you can go longer and longer without doing it. You see what I'm saying? One way is simply you let her sit on top of you so the gravity keeps the vagina, keeps the energy down to a certain point. You see what I'm saying? And you just work with it over the course of the year. You're going to have some fuck ups on this one. But over the course of the year, you'll start orgasming. You see what I'm saying? And the more you hold, the more and more you learn how to not ejaculate, the more and more energy you're going to create, because you're going to give her time to have a certain amount of orgasms. And when you start having them, then you start creating the real deal magic. So a lot of this magical system, the most powerful, the most ancient, is the only one that's left behind now, is the tantric. If you haven't sex,
It's interesting.
Question. Have y'all been sleeping okay? Because I have noticed from 3 to 5 a.m. I've been waking up with too much energy that I shouldn't have. They better mind their business. Now, as you know, the world has been going through a lot of changes, a lot of upgrades, a lot of storms, floodings, all of that. So what do y'all think is happening with our bodies, including our souls? I don't know if y'all feel this, but y'all know when y'all go outside in nature and you can actually hear it? It's a different ringing in your ears, almost like a shh noise. Well, in the middle of the night, I've always been waking up to that noise, and it goes in and out from the ringing to the shh noise. And then I'm also getting woken up from visitors. They were standing around my bed. They were having a conversation that I couldn't understand because I don't speak their language. And one of them touched my foot. Just a lot of spiritual activity going on in the night. During this time, my mind is going like overdrive. So many downloads, thoughts, and information just come into my head at 3 and 5 a.m. It is said sometimes when you do wake up in the middle of the night, it's because you feel somebody is watching you. And my
Don't do
life
that,
is
bro.
changing.
Don't do that. Yo, it's different now because I'm not, I'm in my own little space, so she can't be doing that. So much somebody watching you. Don't do that, bro.
Literally have to force myself to eat now. I will forget and not eat.
Make sure,
I feel
man.
there are changes going on with our spirits moving to a higher vibration. Also, with these times when I'm waking up, I'm heavily forced to interact with my lower self. A neutral being, the one who had touched my foot, said that since this is a planet of duality, you have a higher self and a lower self. You have to understand the darkness that is within you in order for you to be fully in control of your life. It could give you the strength to help you at certain times, because people can take your kindness and goodness for granted.
True.
Then at night, thoughts were coming like the Lyrans were so high vibrational, spiritual, peaceful people that when their planet was taken over, they weren't prepared for it because of the high vibration, loving nature that they have. I was told to recognize both forms of self, and that's what makes you stronger and prepared for anything that happens in your life. Everything isn't always going to be rainbows and sunshine. There are a lot of things going on in the night for me, a lot of self-reflection, beings talking. There is also an importance of protecting yourself right now. Because you have downloads that come to you, you can also feel thoughts that are not your own, from beings that are trying to infiltrate your mind. And for some reason, I keep dreaming about war. Me in different color skins. So question, how's the nighttime been for you guys? Stay dangerous? Question, have y'all...
I'm pretty sure everyone would be like waking up out of their sleep. Either like it's because you got hot, you had a bad dream. It's a lot of reasons though. But that is interesting though. Maybe it's, something deeper behind that. Mm-hmm.
Diego got upset with Puff. Pay attention. British-based company. They said you done already made $1 billion off of us. How dare you sue us and try to make a few more billion off of us? Diego and Puff settled out of court in January 2024. Puffy's homes are raided in March. There's no way you're going to convince me that a company that powerful, Diego operates in 180 of 194 countries in the world. Damn. 180 now watch out this. Of 100.
Even though I had that success, I was always fighting for Ciroc not to be pigeonholed. Not to be pigeonholed as a black brand, not to be pigeonholed as an urban brand. I already went through that. I went through that with Sean John. They put me in the urban section. I had to go and disrupt the fashion industry, pull up on Fashion Week, and show them what that black excellence swag is about. And that's what we did with Sean John. And so with Ciroc, it was the same thing. Get into the spirits industry. No matter what industry I went into, I always came up against this ceiling that they just wanted to keep me in the colored section. I would say for businesses, you have white-only business, just like you have white-only bathrooms back in the days, and you have black-only business. And so my fight is to always make sure that we can just do business. I want to be treated equally like anybody else.
So I'm sitting here trying to figure out who did Diddy piss off so bad that he got exposed like this. And it's this man right here, Mr. Diageo. You see, Diddy made Deleon after he blew Ciroc up, taking it from 60 cases to 2 million cases to $1 billion brand. Then, when Diddy made Deleon, Diddy said, hold on, you're not going to market my brand as an urban brand. I want my brand to be just like y'all brand. And then that's when this whole settlement came about. And that's what ruined the friendship, the business. And that's when Diageo was like, hold on now, you're not going to be playing with me like this. I think he's the one that's behind releasing the videos from the hotel and everything after that. Ever since Cassie settled that settlement, and then he got raided, and then the whole timeline just adds up, man. Man, this is crazy. Man, everything's connected. All the dots are connected. Wake up.
It's tough, man.
Check this shit out again, because I can't say this enough. I want to see have a #1 crossover scene. Yeah, have a #1 rhythmic scene.
How's he acting like that? I see how you acting. It's not the Nelly I remember. That's crazy.
Have y'all seen some of the damages that Hurricane Helen has done to the west coast of Florida? Look at this over here, y'all. Water is everywhere. Like, Hurricane Helen brought out all the elements to play, y'all. This is right here in St. Pete, Florida. Literally 2 hours down the road from me. Look at the ocean. Look how dirty it is. Usually this thing is pristine blue. Look at this, y'all. That's not even the word. The ocean also brought the sand along to play, y'all. What? I'm talking about Fruity Pebbles in the engine type of sand. Look at this. Like, these cars are not going to go anywhere. Salt water and sand. Oh my goodness. Like, who thought it was a good idea to leave their car by the sand during a hurricane? Even people's homes was inundated by sand as well. Look. Do y'all see how much sand that is? Look, it's right next to the counter. It's counter level sand. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, that house is destroyed. Wow. Seaweed too? Here goes another one, y'all. Check this out. Look at this. Boy, are y'all believing the new map now? So what do y'all think about this now? What do you guys think about this? Because ironically enough, this is kind of like what just happened. Georgia got it, South Carolina, North Carolina, parts of Tennessee, and Florida. Look at that, y'all. And then remember, after this eclipse, there's more energy to be released, because that's what eclipses are doing. It's cutting off old energy. So there are more things gonna be taking place, y'all. And I got more stuff to show y'all what's been going on around the planet, y'all. Let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Did you know that your brain can't tell the difference between imagination and reality? When you visualize something vividly, your mind fires off the same neurons as if you were living it. The line between what's real and what's imagined blurs in your brain. This means every time you imagine success, happiness, or abundance, your brain starts creating neural pathways for it. So the more you imagine, the closer you are to living it. Every time you picture the life you want, you're not just daydreaming. You're literally rewiring your brain for that reality. Imagine it long enough, and soon, it won't just be in your mind, it will be your life. Did you know that your brain can't tell the difference between imagination?
Yo, that's so cool, man. How you can imagine where you want to be in your life. You know, that's a superpower, man. Like, you gotta really think about that. That's a superpower. Just being able to imagine, like, everything that you desire, whatever it is, you know. You could just jump to that timeline like that. That goes to show you, man. Use your imagination and just go for it, man. That's it. Go for it. You can get that. That's how you know life is already with you. Life just got to catch up with you. That's all they got to do, man. You know, it's just a little delay. That's all. That's dope, man. That's amazing. For real.
Okay, y'all, as y'all know, we just had a hurricane in Florida that went all the way through North Carolina and literally ripped the coast open. Now, let's show you guys what has been happening around this hurricane. This lady is sitting outside of her house. She thinks she's watching a lightning storm, but it's much more than that.
Holy shit, what the hell was that?
It gets louder.
Did y'all hear that?
It gets louder.
Did y'all see that? God help, I got on camera. What is that noise?
What is that, y'all?
Stop recording.
She's afraid at this point because it gets louder. Look at the sky, y'all. Look at the sky. Looks like it's ships up there, y'all.
That has been annoying. I'm sorry, I'm gonna skip this. This is kind of annoying, but that is interesting. I don't know where it's coming from, but hey, that noise right there ain't
There has
it.
been a theory, y'all, that the sky is alive. Right? Now, if you look at this joint right here,
I do look like a
you clearly
face.
see that this is some type of being, y'all.
Yeah,
This
I see
is
that.
a being. Like,
I
look
see
at
it.
the face, like the hand and everything, y'all. We really do not understand what is going on around us right now. People is even catching shit like this, yo. Crazy
Whoa.
pictures. Look,
I see that.
this is out here in the Nevada
Oh,
desert,
man.
y'all. There's something spiritual going on in the background. This one was taken in Arizona, y'all. I told y'all, did y'all see that video? Like when the lightning bolt hit the thing and then like the lightning creature came out? Shit has been crazy. When we start to see stuff like this, man, we can't just say like, yo, this is just a coincidence or something like that. Like, we gotta stop thinking like that, y'all. The world is ever changing around us and we all know this.
Indeed, indeed.
It's dark and demonic energy that this industry was built on. And people manipulate young women, they manipulate kids, and at the end of the day, it's all for the dollar and all to feed their ego. So I've seen some shit where you be like, that's just not right. Like, that's just, that person shouldn't be talking to that person. That person shouldn't be in the room with that person alone. When you're in this position to change people's lives, and you hold the keys to what they consider success, you see a different aspect of the person. People will do anything to achieve their goals, and then people will manipulate and misuse that energy to get what they want.
Why have we ever looked up to people in Hollywood? I revisit my own mindset growing up and all of the glamour of Hollywood, the glossy pages of Vogue, and thinking, oh my God, I would love to have their lives. And then you realize these people are rejects. These people are disgusting. They engage in debauchery. They have no self-control over their libido. They are all, in some manner, a prostitute in my view, because they're prostituting themselves so that they can get in the room with the right directors, the right music executives. They're willing to do anything for fame. And when it comes to that, at that moment, you really are doing a deal with the devil, which is why, as we've shown on past episodes, there have been so many artists that have stepped forward and have written in their music that they did a deal with the devil, that they essentially traded in their soul so that they could have fame.
It's real. It's real.
Where are the new candies?
New candies.
Why have I been eating the same candy for 3 decades?
We
Explain to me why I've been trick-or-treating my whole life, and I'm always getting the same candies. Snickers, Twix, Reese's.
I mean, look, man. They make it, so it's easy for them to keep remaking it. So, hey, why change it? They've been working. I mean, Sneakers and Twix, they be coming out with new styles, I would say. I don't know.
Reese's Pieces, Skittles, Starburst. It's the same candies every year
Yeah,
since
definitely.
I was born.
Definitely.
There's no new candies. Think about what I'm telling you.
You're right.
As long as you've been alive, it's been the same candies. We've got new cereals. We've got new animals. But we're getting the same candy. And all this stuff is artificially made.
Exactly.
So nobody could have artificially made some new stuff.
Right.
Why we keep getting the same candies? And why is it that for me to get a knockout version of Skittles, I gotta go on Etsy and find some white lady named Elizabeth who making them in the middle of Montana talking about I make knockout Skittles and they're more healthy. Something is not right. It's hard to find knockoff Skittles and knockoff Starbursts. There's no new candies. Where are the new candies?
Right.
Where are the new candies? Where are the new candies? Why isn't there any new candies? I've been here for 3 decades and it's been the same candies every year. Where are the new candies?
Dang. That's crazy. He got a point though. Where is the new candies? They could have restyled it, you know, renamed it, put a little Mandela effect in there. Shoot. They ain't doing none of that. You're like, you all gonna be eating the same candy forever. I feel it.
Y'all, this how it all starts. A biolab in Rockdale County, Georgia has just exploded. Somebody please explain to me how the fuck that happened. I done seen a lot of movies, bruh, and this is the start of how zombies come. TikTok, this is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying zombies really finna come. I'm just saying, I seen it on movies. And we living in a time that 2024, shit is just happening that don't usually happen. So, hey. But somebody please tell me, how the fuck did this happen? And why the fuck is there a biolab in a place where people is living? Like, this shit is crazy. We just had a devastating hurricane. Now we have a devastating chemical that just spilled because the biolab decided to get blown up somehow. Like, at this point, what the fuck is really going on, bruh? Is this a distraction for something bigger? I don't think y'all understand that this is crazy, bruh. People might be like, oh, it's just a little explosion. No. Fuck no. It's chemicals, bruh. Finna have people starting to mutate and shit. TikTok, of course I'm just playing. Nobody finna be mutating. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. To me, shit like this just don't happen, bruh. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on different things that was happening around the country while this shit exploded. Y'all.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what that can cause, but hey man, it's just crazy time. That's all I gotta say. It's some crazy times we're going through for real.
What you are looking at is a massive biolab fire in Georgia where they are urging residents to shelter in place and evacuate the area immediately because a giant hazardous plume has come from this biolab, but what they're saying it is doesn't make any sense. There are already some very weird circumstances surrounding this biolab fire. First, CNN came out and said that this biolab fire in Georgia, where they are telling people to close their windows, close their doors, if they can leave immediately, erupted because water from a malfunctioning sprinkle head came in contact with a reactive chemical. And CNN went on to state that this biolab was responsible for making pool cleaning chemicals that contained chlorine. Someone tell me when chlorine is able to react with water from a sprinkler head and cause a hazardous plume? Of course, I looked up this biolab and it says they're manufacturing pool chemicals and cleaners. I'm sorry, but doesn't the term biolab refer to a research facility that studies living organisms with a particular focus on contagions? These labs are specially designed for safety measures in place to both protect the lab workers and to prevent the accidental release of pathogens into the surrounding environment. That's what a biolab is. But you're telling me there was an explosion caused at this biolab where there's pool cleaning chemicals because water came from a sprinkler? Chlorine doesn't explode because of water. How would we swim in it? To mention that this biolab is also in Georgia, and have y'all ever seen They Clone Tyrone or Stranger Things? I remember when they went into that trap house and found out what was really in there, what they were really experimenting on. To mention, this was in Georgia, the same place where Stranger Things was actually filmed.
I remember the Upside Down in the lab. Call me when y'all get y'all superpowers, or you know, The Walking Dead, whichever. What you are looking at is a massive bio lab.
She said, "Call me when you get your superpowers or The Walking Dead." That is interesting, bro. I really know. I want to know what this can, happen with kids. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see, y'all. Georgia. They said The Walking Dead started in Georgia. It did. Shoot, I don't know when we're gonna get zombies, because I mean, eventually that stuff is gonna happen. I mean, yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff, that's gonna happen before we, I feel like we get our superpowers. I want superpowers, but I don't know how close we are to that point. But that would be dope.
There's nothing wrong with a conversation on Sean Puffy Combs, but when you scroll through Black Twitter and you scroll through Black Instagram and you scroll through Black Facebook and you scroll through Black TikTok and all you see is gossip and conversation about one man at a time like this, then you know you are engaged in a grand distraction. Sean Combs is a distraction. And anytime you see something like this, you should ask yourself, what are they trying to distract African people away from? They want to distract you from the policies that they are enacting. They want to distract you from the initiatives that they are implementing. This is a distraction. And because they know Black people love to see Black people disgraced, humiliated, and destroyed. They know Black people love to see Black people disgraced, humiliated, and destroyed. They said, throw them one of their own. Let's lynch another Negro today to send all the Black people over here while we take care of business over here. This is a grand distraction. They always do this when they're planning something really, really big that they don't want Black people to pay attention to. And we fall for the bait every time. There's nothing wrong with a conversation.
I don't know, man. I just can't take Dr. Umar serious. I never could, But I mean, he might be onto something. I'm honestly, this could be a distraction, Like, we get it. Like, he's in jail now. Like, we get it. He did what he did, It caught up to him. It's over with now, But yeah, I don't know. It could be a distraction though, for sure.
Screaming, but we got you. We got you. 911, they're coming. You're good. You're good. Oh, man, it's a situation. We will get back to you in a little bit. I'm going to go see if I can help this lady out a little bit more, you guys. I'll be back.
Yeah. All right, Bob. So there's Bob Van Dillen. We were with Bob just a little while ago, and he said, hold on, I'm going to go help that lady in that car. And
Screaming, but we got you. We got you.
Japan just be working on all kind of shit, huh? So they have successfully created an MRI that can record your dreams and play them back to you like a movie. I'm not trusting that shit. I'll remember my dreams on my own, thank you.
Right.
I better get a dream journal, dream notebook.
Right.
All right, y'all gonna wake up one day.
That would be better anyway. Who wants to even have this little machine take your dreams? Like, you don't know what that's doing with your dreams. They can start coming in your dream and start, messing with you and, all type of craziness. So, no. Get you a journal, write down your dreams to remember your dreams. That's the best way to do it.
Terminator, Elon Musk. And a lot of the new technology that you see in China, that's new world, it's starting over there, but watch. You're going to be pretty soon seeing a lot more AI in America. It's already here, but it's just in plain sight. But can't trust Elon Musk, he got Neuralink. Japan just be working on all kind of shit, huh?
That's crazy, man. How many of y'all would try something like this? I mean, I'd try it one time. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop.
Everything that I learned about money magic and money rituals and manifestation, I learned from living in New Orleans. So when I was like 20 or 21 years old, I left Atlanta and moved to New Orleans, and I lived with a group of hoodoo practitioners. While I was there, they taught me so many lessons. Like, they taught me the value of actually pouring libation every day and connecting with your ancestors. Because a lot of people don't understand that the ancestors exist within you. Like, when we talk about the spiritual world is not bound by the same laws and limitations of the physical world. So every day we would spend time praying, we would spend time doing rituals, we would spend time chanting. And through doing this every single day, what happens is you charge up your psychic energy and you charge up your willpower. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is that rituals alone will not really manifest anything. You still have to go out here in the world and show up and actually put in the work. So everybody had their own hustle. A lot of the women would go out there and set up their tarot table and they would give readings to the people in Jackson Square. But that wasn't really my game. That wasn't really my energy. So I had to find my own hustle. So what I did was I found a wholesale supplier and I got a whole bunch of different products. I got incense, I got shots, and I had weed, CBD. I had a whole different assortment of product. And what I literally did was I just went around and talked to people. So every single day I got better at my social skills. So I'm doing the rituals, right? I learned about how to make money oils, how to take basil and chamomile and crush up citrine crystals, right? And get all these different herbs and make concoctions of money oils. Because what people don't understand is that it's not just about the ingredients. It's about putting the energy into the oil and knowing on a psychic and subconscious level that you are abundance and that you attract it based on everything that you do and who you are. Everything that I learned about.
All right, y'all. We got a lecture from Rashad Jamal. This is the art of spiritual alchemy. This is interesting. I want to see how you gonna. I saw this already. I want you guys to look at this and see what you guys can take from it. Okay, let's check it out. Just listen. This is just listening. This is kind of cool though. Like, you can't, like, now you're forced to listen. You know that he's like locked up, and you don't see him like his avatar. So it's kind of forcing you to just listen now. So let's get into it. Check it out. See what he got to say. We already saw what he got to say, but just listen.
Peace to the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. I appreciate you, Reflections, for tuning back in to another deep divine download. The university is now open. I don't care if you're black, white, green, pink, blue, tall, short, skinny, fat, gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, Catholic, non-denominational, blood, Crip, GDB, I don't care what you is. The university is open to everybody, man. If you drink, pull that thing up. If you smoke, roll that thing up. You feel me? It's good to get back at y'all, man. I appreciate y'all once again, like I say, for tuning in weekly.
It's dope seeing him in like good spirits still, you know, even though he's like locked up, you know. He's not like, you know, depressed, you know, he just, you know, he was a real spiritual warrior, I would say, for real. It's dope.
Y'all, my ideologies, these esoteric downloads and ideologies that are being given to me by the Most High, by Olodumare, by the ancestors, by Shay. I understand that we have a lot of elders in the university, so it's imperative that we open up this download with the correct spiritual energy. So first, let me start by sending the deepest of insight to my elders, those 65 and those within the university. Sending the deepest of insight to my peers, those that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s within the university. And definitely, last but not least, the Blue Crystal babies, those 18, 19, and under within the university, man. I'm here this week. We're going to talk about spiritual alchemy, what is spiritual alchemy, how to apply it to your life, and the benefits of becoming a spiritual alchemist and things of that matter. So, as you know, there's a lot of negative energy that's taking place in the world on this planet, and I want to keep emphasizing, you know, as we go on with these teachings, that we are in a spiritual warfare. So no matter what you're going through, whether it be you in a position like myself, where you're temporarily incarcerated for a crime you did not commit, or whether it be you're out there, you're struggling to pay bills, or whether it be you have a dream.
It doesn't even matter if you locked up, but bro, we all still in prison. Even when you think you're free. No, you're not. You're not. They getting you through all type of stuff, man. And just listen to what you got to say.
Years and years, and it just seemed like you're at that breaking point and you're ready to give up, or whether it be you in your teenagers, or early 20s, or even 30s, and you fell on hard times, and you have to live with a relative, or your parents, and you feel like it's hard to live with them. Be you in a relationship or a marriage, and things are not working out the way you want them to within your marriage or relationship, or you working at your job site, aka the legalized slave plantation reflexiations. Let's not get that. Let's not forget that. But if you're working on these legalized slave plantations that they make all of us work on, if you live in this country or any country for that matter.
I mean, that's basically what it is. A slave plantation. That's basically what it is, y'all. Come on, man. You're not lying. Real.
In order to pay your bills, and you stressing on the job. A lot of it has to do with the fact that you are in the spiritual world or warfare. We must understand that the way to defeat this energy that we are fighting against. You have 1 minute left. Is through high vibrations. The way to defeat this energy is through high vibrations. So we're not going to be able to defeat this energy without truly understanding the energy that we are up against, Cosmic Family. I know we look at everything from a physical format. It's a physical format that we approach everything in our daily lives. And because we have been lied to and we have forgotten who we are, that we are spirit and soul, we are divine beings living within this flesh, having a physical experience, we forget to attack it from a spiritual basis. So it's an answer to all of these problems that you are dealing with. Because we talk about a lot of things in the university, but today we want to talk about how to deal with the negative energy of the matrix. How do you fight against this hidden enemy, right? So we're gonna talk about that more. I know the phone's in the end. Of course, you gotta get used to that in the situation, but we're gonna talk about that more. When we come back. Thank you for using Securus.
It's tough.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. You have to bear with me, of course. But anyway, with that being said, we have a hidden enemy that we are fighting against. So by us fighting against this hidden enemy, you are getting attacked every single day, unbeknownst to you, on a spiritual level. However, because once again, you seem to forget, or you don't fully grasp that you are a spiritual being, a divine being having a physical experience, you tend to attack your problems on a physical level, right? So let's start with, let's say somebody that's, they're working at a job, right, that they don't like. Okay, you don't like the job, you come in, you busting your ass. You working as hard as you can work, but somehow the boss this manager, you have a manager that's always finding a way to nitpick with you. Or you have those coworkers that's always finding a way to gossip and say bad things about you to give you all this negative energy to make you want to quit the job, or you want to kick their ass on the job, right? But you can't do that because you'll lose the job. Or you have this manager that's just so ungrateful and so disrespectful that you don't even want to work on the site anymore. But because you have to still pay your bills, this now has become an issue. So this becomes a stressful issue. All right. So now, because you have forgotten that you are a spiritual being having a physical experience, you can see we seem to forget that we are spiritual beings, divine beings having a physical experience, right? You tend to attack that problem from a physical standpoint, and because you are attacking it from a physical standpoint, you have allowed this to lower your vibration. Right. But if you was to look at it from a spiritual standpoint, you would understand that you are under a spiritual attack, and you would not allow it to lower your vibration. All right? So, now that sounds all good intellectually, but the thing is, how do you do this? Well, the way to not allow these things to affect your vibration is to first realize and remember that you are in a spiritual war. All right? I'm going to reiterate that you are in a spiritual war. All right? You have Zeus, a.k.a. Satan, right? And you are up against Zeus, a.k.a. Satan, and his fallen army. He has a legion of different people within his army, within his kingdom that works for him. All right, he has fallen angels, he has evil spirits, he has devils, he has jinns, he has tricksters. He have a plethora, an arsenal of individuals in his army that he can send to attack you at any given moment, at any given time. And they attack you through jumping in and out the body of people around you. They'll jump on your manager, they'll jump on your boss, they'll jump on your mom, they'll jump on your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, your wife, they'll jump on your child, they'll jump on your best friend, they'll come at you through an event. They'll come at you through an event. You know what I'm saying? Which an event could be when you're going through something in your life that we would consider traumatic. Or something in your life.
Man, it get deep, for real. You right though, man. Being spiritual, man, you're gonna definitely have a lot of, stuff thrown at you, because I experienced it, but you just gotta figure out how to deal with it in a way, It's crazy, man, but this is what we in, man. The Matrix, the world that's like basically against us, man. Spiritual people, basically. They don't want us to be spiritual at all.
In your life that we would consider a trial. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand that the only way to overcome these things is to understand understand the enemy. Understand who you're fighting against. Right? You are fighting against an enemy that knows you better than you know yourself. Because remember, right, this isn't anyone's first lifetime here. You have something called reincarnation. You have something called reincarnation, cosmic family. So a lot of you just don't remember that your soul has been recycled over and over and over again. These fallen beings, the fallen, we're going to call them the fallen for lecture's sake. So when I say the fallen, I'm strictly talking about Zeus, a.k.a. Satan, and those who fell with him in frequency that was kicked out of the heavens and the cosmos, as they told you in the Bible, right? As they told you in the Quran, as they told you in the Torah, right? Or any religious book that you can look up. That part they told you, this story about this war that broke out within the heavens was very, very true. They didn't lie to us about that. Because, a lot of religion, they mix the truth with lies. So it's hard to decipher what's real and what's not. But keep in your mind that when they told you the story about this war that broke out in the heavens and that about this fallen god, Zeus, a.k.a. Yakub, a.k.a. Prometheus, a.k.a. Satan, a.k.a. Shaitan, all right? They did not lie to you about any of that. So that's all you got to keep in your mind. If these beings exist right here with you, you are literally living in a form of hell, all right? Because this is where they are at. Once they landed here, they created something called the Matrix, which is full of programming with light code lockdown to keep you vibrating at your lowest state. But how do they do this? They do this by attacking you and forcing you to fall into negative emotional states. This is why you have to overcome emotion. I've spoken about this for years and years and years, and I'll continue to speak about it for the entirety of why I am on planet Kai, why I'm on this material plane, this physical realm, because you have to understand that these so-called emotions are not emotions at all. Every single emotion is a fallen angel. That emotion is a fallen angel with an actual spiritual name. That emotion is not anger. That's really a fallen angel. That's really not jealousy. That's really a fallen angel. That's really not lust. That's really a fallen angel. Right? That's really not envy. That's really a fallen angel. And when that fallen angel enters you, it alters your state of mind, which by altering your state of mind eventually alters your vibrational state. You have to remember the 4 phases of matter: solids, liquids, gases, plasma, energy. Right? The higher you vibrate, the faster the higher you vibrate, the faster the atoms vibrate. The atoms that the solid plane is composed of vibrate the slowest. All right, so you have solids, liquids, gases, plasma, energy. That's the 4 phases of matter. To understand the spiritual warfare, you have to master this. I don't care how many times you hear me say it. Have you mastered the concept of what I'm saying? Right. Are you digesting this information? Because like right now, we have a plethora of information that's coming out all over the place. Some of it good, some of it's bad. We have, once again, I'll repeat that, we have a whole bunch of information that's being released right now. Some of this information is good for you. A lot of it is bad for you. But when you do have divine teachers like myself, spiritual gurus like myself, like the other spiritual gurus that you have out there, are you actually digesting the information that is being passed to you? All right? And then you have a lot of teachers that they're not even digesting the information. They're just reading up on some shit, studying it, and says, what subject can I talk about right now that's going to produce the most wow factor, right? Because if I say rainbows and stargates like I gave in the past download a couple years back, that's going to produce a wow factor just off me titling the video that. Rainbows and stargates, right? If I sit here and say, hey, did you know that you have 7 chakras and these chakras are a part of your cosmic light bodies and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, that produces a wow factor. If we say, hey, the black woman / Latino woman is actually God, that produces a wow factor. So you have all these this information coming out that's producing wow factors. You have teachers that are giving you this information, and they haven't even mastered the information. They haven't even digested it. They just giving it to you for the wow factor, because then the wow factor produces views, which produce likes and comments, and a lot of them are technically doing it for likes, comments, and views. Now, it's every single spiritual teacher out there right now doing it for likes. It's not every single one of us, but I'm going to tell you right now, this has become the end thing. It has become a wave. So anytime something becomes a wave, you're going to have a whole bunch of fake motherfuckers trying to do some shit just to do it, to try to gain a form of money or clout. But are you digesting? Are you actually fasting every month? Are you actually working out to master yourself physically? Are you actually cleaning up your diet? Are you actually sitting in a meditative state? Are you actually giving back to charity and doing it from the soul and the heart, even when the camera's not on? Are you working on yourself every day? Right? A lot of your teachers not doing that. Just like a lot of students who are the individuals, the disciples, the channels who are thirsty right now for this information are not doing that. Because we are in the age of Aquarius. We are going through a spiritual renaissance right now. The planet is rising in frequency. So that's why I say you must be able to digest all this information and use discernment when getting this information. All right? So that takes us back to the 4 phases of matter. I've been talking about the 4 phases of matter for the last 5 years, and you still have individuals that have not mastered that. Because in order to understand the spiritual warfare that you are in, these attacks that come to you, which make you fall into these emotional states, you have to understand vibration. Everything breaks down to atoms in this physical realm. The atoms that make up the solid plane, the things we can see with our eyes, vibrate the slowest. The next vibrational plane is the liquid plane. The atoms that make up the liquid plane vibrate faster than the atoms that make up the solid plane. The next vibrational state is the vapor plane or the gas plane. The atoms that make up the gas plane vibrate faster than the atoms that make up the liquid plane. The next vibrational state is the plasma energy plane. This is where your thoughts come from. Thoughts vibrate the fastest. Think about it. Everything around you started off as just a thought inside of a brain. The atoms that make up the plasma energy plane or the mental plane vibrate faster than the atoms that make up the gas plane. Now the atoms that make up the solid plane vibrate so slow that
that's part of why we can't see our thoughts. Everything else you can see, like solids, like objects. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why it moves so fast and you can't even see it. You can't see your thoughts. That's crazy. I mean, you can see them, but like it's more like you really can't.
Solid with your naked eye. But the atoms that make up the liquid plane, you can see liquid with your naked eye, but the difference is the vibrational state is so fast that you can literally stick your hand through the water. You can't do that through the wall. You can stick your hand through the wall, but you have to raise your personal vibrational state. But as far as in staying in your solid state, you cannot take your solid hand and stick it through a solid wall. Because the atoms are vibrating too slow, so it makes it appear solid. Your brain accepts this illusion of it being solid to be true. So you are not able to stick your hand through that brick wall. Now with the water, it vibrates faster. So you are able to stick your hand through the water. You are able to see through the water. Especially if it's pure water, right? But now the atoms that make up the gas plane, they vibrate so fast that you can't even see it. You can't see air. Air exists on the gas plane because it's vibrating so fast. But yet you can feel the wind when it blows, but you don't see the wind, but you can feel the wind. Why? Because the wind exists. It's a part of the air, and the air exists on the gas plane. Now think about how you can't see air, because the vibratory state is vibrating so fast that your two naked eyes cannot see it. It's vibrating too fast. Okay, well, the highest vibrational plane is the plasma energy plane. These atoms on the plasma energy plane, which is where your thoughts come from, they're vibrating faster than the atoms on the gas plane. So think about that. Your thoughts vibrate so fast you can't see the thoughts, yet they create everything around you.
That's crazy.
So,
Yo, that is so crazy to me, bro. I just said that too. Like, your thoughts move that fast, you can't even see them, dog. Life is really interesting, for real. It really is.
the
I
enemy
can't
you're
lie.
fighting against, the fallen, they have mastered these phases of matter. They don't attack you first on the solid plane. They attack you on the highest plane, which is the mental plane, aka the plasma energy plane. They attack you through your thoughts, because whatever you think affects your vibration. You cannot have happy thoughts and yet you feel depressed. Impossible.
Impossible, right?
And they like to say nothing is impossible, but that would never happen. Notice that the way you feel, which is your vibrational state, is followed by
Exactly
the
what
way
he
you
just
think.
said. They like to say nothing's impossible, but that will never happen. That is so true, though. Because how could you be happy and then get depressed? No, bro. I mean, unless something. Unless something happened to you, like something real quick. But well, I guess happiness is not even real anyway. You know?
If I'm having negative thoughts about something, I don't want to be in this job. And I'm having negative thoughts about the job. I'm going to start feeling eviction. I'm going to start feeling depressed. My vibratory state is going to start to lower.
Yeah.
But if I wake up and I'm feeling good today, it's my off day, I get paid today. You hear me? You hear me, Gospel family? It's your off day, or you get paid today. You wake up with that thought. Oh, I get paid today. I got the next 2 days off.
Right.
All right? It starts with that thought. Now that thought produces what? Good vibes.
Happiness.
Good
Yep.
feelings within yourself. Good vibes. Literally good vibrations, because you're in a high vibrational state. You vibrate so fast.
Right.
Whenever you're feeling good, your atoms start vibrating faster. Whenever you're feeling bad, your atoms start vibrating slower. When we get depressed, when we get sad, when we get angry, all these are emotions. It makes your atoms vibrate slower, which does what? Locks you into this solid state, known as the solid plane, the lowest vibrational plane.
Damn.
So that's what the fallen does.
So it's almost like you're getting stuck, you know? You shouldn't feel like that. It should be always like your energy should always be flowing. It's like your energy getting stuck. It's like you're stuck on that, like, dang, what I'm gonna do? You know, like it shouldn't be like that. That's how you know this is really spiritual warfare down here, man. They know what they're doing. Do the jobs, do all that, man. Like it's just not okay. It's not.
They come at you through your relationship. Your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend, they might say something you don't like. Now that thought becomes, I don't like that, what was said.
Ah, shit.
Now you start, here come the feelings or the emotions. Now you get angry. You let that fallen angel in you. Now that you're angry, you might go cheat on your girl. You might go cheat on your husband. You might strike your girl. She might strike you. You might tell her, bitch, you ain't shit. She might tell you, nigga, you ain't shit. Now y'all saying all type of negative things. Y'all don't even mean none of the stuff y'all doing, but because the fallen angel attacks your thought form, wait, I don't like what he said to me. I don't like what she did to me. Now here come the fallen angel of anger. Fallen angel jumped in you. You don't even recognize the fallen angel. You don't even know the fallen angel's cosmic name. The name of the fallen angel that stands under anger is Pergamum. Pergamum enters you. But because you have forgotten who you are, Because they have snatched this from you, you say, I'm angry. You don't say, hold on, Pergamum has entered me. Because if that's what's really going on, instead of saying you're angry, you say, hold on, Pergamum, you just entered me. I can't let you in me. You got to get out of me. Because when you in me, I'm not doing nothing positive. And that's why when you get angry, nothing positive comes from an angry person.
Nothing.
Nothing positive comes from a sad person.
Nothing.
Anger eventually leads to sadness. Sadness eventually leads to depression. Depression eventually leads to suicide. If you let these vibrational states stay within you long enough. If you let these fallen angels stay within you long enough.
That's why people make music when they get sad or whatever they're going through. You transmute it. That's the best way to do it. You have to transmute that energy, man. You cannot sit there and dwell in depression, sadness, or whatever it is that you're going through. You gotta push through and just transmute it. You know, use that as fuel to get past whatever it is in your life you're going through. For real.
This is the spiritual war that I'm talking to you about. See, when you think about it from that perspective, you're like, hold on, this is really a war. Because how can I sit here and not become emotional? Yeah, you might hear me saying you're not supposed to become emotional, but how easy is that to actually do? How do you go through your life without becoming emotional?
We're in this physical, bro. We're gonna get emotional, man. It's just what's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen, man. Dang. I wonder if we ever get to a point where we won't have it. I mean, I don't know. That's interesting, though, like, because you can't escape emotions. Like, you know, it's gonna happen. Especially in this mixer, they make it way more difficult than it should be with emotions, though, for real. It's already bad enough you gotta lose people, you know? But hey, this life, man. It's a journey. For real, life is really a journey.
Even happiness is a fallen angel. Yeah, you see how conniving and how slick and creative Zeus, aka Satan, is. Even happiness is a fallen angel. You know why? Because right now, I can come and give your ass a compliment. You're going to get happy as fuck. You're going to get a thought that's going to make you feel good. Now, that thought going to lead to happiness, and now you vibrate sky high. You feeling good? But in the same breath, I can tell you some negative shit, and I just stole that happiness. That happiness turns into depression or sadness.
Yeah.
Because it's a fallen angel. It's an illusion. It's an illusionary state. Happiness is nothing but a replica of peace. You don't need happiness, you need peace. Because peace is forever.
Facts.
Nobody
Peace is
can take
forever.
your peace from you unless you give it to them.
He said it best, man. Unless you give it to him. No one can take your peace from you unless you give it to him, man. Dang, that's real. That is real right there, man. For real. Dang. That's why you gotta, like, you know, just stay calm. You know? Don't let them, you know, change how you feel. And don't try to let them mess up your day. It's their day going messed up, you know? But yeah, that's real.
And when you find peace, it don't come and go.
No.
Happiness come and go.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Because happiness is a fallen angel. It's like the storm. It's like the eye of the storm. When a hurricane comes, you got the first half of the storm. You see that coming. See what I'm saying? You know you're in a storm. That's not the worst part of the hurricane. Anybody gonna tell you the worst part of the hurricane is the eye, because you go through all this storm and then boom, hit the eye hit. The sun come out. So now you calm. You let your guards down. Oh shit, sun back out. Y'all, we good. Storm is over. And that illusion is what gets a lot of people killed in the storm.
You have 1 minute left.
That illusion is what get a lot of people killed in the storm. Because they didn't forget they in the storm because the sun didn't came out. Right? Niggas come out of hiding. Storm over, y'all. Then out of nowhere, it starts storming again. Now you ain't got time to hide. Storm sweep you away. The eye fooled you into believing the storm was over. That's the same thing with happiness. Happiness slide in, Like, I'm happy, I'm feel good. But then some shit come that quick and your happiness gone. Now you chasing it again.
Yeah.
But with peace is different. Peace is a whole different level of vibration. It's stronger than happiness. It's not an illusion. It's real. Seek peace, not happiness. Cosmic family.
Seek peace, not happiness. I feel that.
Thank you for using. Yes, we are back. Seek peace, not happiness. See what I'm saying? This is the war, cosmic family. This is what I mean when I say we are in spiritual warfare. Because what is this war about? They just want to feed off of your force, off of your life force.
Yeah.
The fallen needs to feed off of your life force. Because remember, you can go back up to the heavens and the cosmos. After you leave this lifetime, you can ascend to higher spiritual states, to higher spiritual planes of existence. We are on the material plane. You have 9 cosmic planes. This is the lowest vibrational plane, the material plane. The fallen can't do that. So they need you. You are their food source, and they feed off you when you are vibrating low. And the only way to make you vibrate low is to put you into emotional states. Nothing good happens to he who reacts out of emotion. Let me repeat that. Nothing good happens to the one who reacts out of emotions.
Nope.
When in your life have you ever reacted out of emotions and it worked out for you? Let's use some examples, Cosmo family. She don't even know him, but she felt good that night. She don't even do one night stands, but this night, something feel right about him. The moon shining right. The drink just perfect. She ain't got to go to work tomorrow. He got the glow to him when he talking to her. The vibe feel right. Keyword, vibe.
Yo, he be cracking me up, man.
Keyword is vibe. Now, an emotion kicks in. Lust, happiness, right? And out of those emotional states, she let him fuck that night. She never see him again. He never see her again. She ain't tripping. She just wants to dick that night herself. Then she find out she pregnant. And she never see him again. Now how's her life affected? Or he gives her an STD that she can't recover from. How's her life affected?
Damn.
He was a good kid. He had academic scholarships, athletic scholarships to go play basketball. Oh, you see what I'm saying? He was on his way to Duke University. From Duke, he was going to the NBA. However, he went out with his friends. Somebody looked at him the wrong way. He felt threatened. Instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to walk away. This brother ain't put his hands on me.
Right.
He reacts out of emotion. Anger sets in. Ego sets in.
Ego.
Now he done went upside the motherfucking head, bust they shit to the white meat. Now he go to jail. Lose all his basketball hopes.
Damn. Oh my God.
This one person just hit the lottery. They came up on $10 million. Then what happens? Emotion sets in. They happy. Right? And let their guard down. So you know what? They didn't blew through all their money. Now they broke. We can go on and on and on with situations and examples of what happens to us when we allow
Yeah, nah, that's real. Some people have probably won a lot of them blow through all that money. They didn't invest in nothing. Oh my God. That is so real though. You be going through it though. You know what I'm saying? You win a lot of your lottery, then blew through all the money that quick. Dang.
AKA these fallen angels to enter us. Let's use one last one for the class. The ancestors has a blessing waiting for Patrice. Patrice, it comes to Patrice through a thought. Remember, everything starts on the mental plane because we are spirit, soul, and mind. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. It all starts with thought, plasma energy. So the ancestors come to Patrice and say, they give her the thought. They inspire her with the thought and say, hey, because see, when you get these thoughts, people think they just be thinking thoughts. No, that is the ancestors talking to you. That is your spiritual guys talking to you.
Right. Because where do thoughts even come from? You know? That's deep. Like, where's your thoughts even coming from? Because they're not coming from you. It's just like a computer. We're just like a computer, man. It's coming from a higher consciousness, something higher. That's literally all it is. It's coming from like a higher consciousness. It's like Wi-Fi, I guess you would say. Like you just getting connected to the internet, you know? And the internet will be like I don't know, like the astral plane. I guess it's coming from like the astral plane, you know. But we always connect to the internet, you know, which is our ancestors. When I say that, like we always connect to the ancestors or the astral plane.
You have negative thoughts or the evil spirits talking to you. That's all thoughts is. Or when you think about somebody, they're calling you. That's all thoughts is.
Yep.
It's either somebody calling you, either the angels and the pilots.
You know what's crazy? When you think about somebody, like, especially when you got them on your contact, they'll call you or they'll text you or something. That's crazy. That's how you know, like, they was probably thinking about you and they was trying to reach out. Like, life get deep. For real. Dang. Yeah, that makes me think, like, what if we used to talk telepathically back then? Like, we didn't even have to talk. We just,
Spirit guys talking to you, or the evil ones talking to you, or the ancestors talking to you. That's where all your thoughts come from. So the ancestors send you the thought, hey, you know what, Patrice? I know you've been living in Detroit your whole life, but you really need to move to LA. Now you like, see, Patrice thinking, you know, I don't know what got into me, but I'm something telling me I need to move to LA. You know why? Because the ancestors know when you get to LA, we have a blessing for you that's going to change your life, Patrice. Then Patrice goes and tells her friends about it. Her friends, evil spirits work through them. Oh, girl, you don't know nobody in LA. Ain't no telling what's going on in LA. They give her all these reasons not to go to LA. Then what happens to her? Emotion sets in. Fear sets in.
Yeah.
Which is really a fallen angel. Now she listens to fear, right? And what happens? Patrice never goes to LA because she fears leaving her family. She fears getting around new people. She fears going somewhere where she don't know anybody. She fears stepping out of her comfort zone. Miss her whole blessing.
Damn.
We could go on and on, Cosmic Family, about what happens when we allow emotion, these fallen angels, to set in. You get what I'm saying? This is the war, and it's not.
Fear is definitely a big one too, though. Like people, fear be out there. Everybody like, I gotta pay them bills. It's real though. Like this is really a spiritual warfare, man. So, you know, it's like everybody's just like whatever. You know, people don't know about this though. Like, if people really knew like this is what's really going on, man, maybe we could get out of this. For real.
It's a war.
It's definitely
not
a war.
A physical war.
Spiritual
so now,
war.
Now that we know, we have a more analytical breakdown of this spiritual warfare. How do we handle this?
Right.
How do we fight against this matrix and this negative energy that we all know exists, but how do we defeat it? You defeat it by becoming what's known as a spiritual alchemist. Start practicing spiritual alchemy. Now, what's alchemy? Okay, for those who don't know, based upon Merriam-Webster's definition of alchemy, or if you Google alchemy, they're going to tell you alchemy is the science of transmuting base metals to gold. Let me repeat that. They're going to tell you that alchemy is the science of transmuting base metals to gold. That's bullshit.
That is definitely
lies.
Bullshit. More lies.
Lies.
Yep.
Lies.
That's all they do is lie.
Lies.
Let it be known.
Lies. Why do they tell these lies? Hear me. Just more lies.
A bunch of
It's not
lies.
alchemy. True alchemy is to transmute your lower self to your higher self.
Right.
Alchemy has always been a spiritual thing. See, the people that consider themselves alchemists, they have spent their whole lives researching. Go look up the Philosopher's Stone. They have been trying to figure out how do we turn these base metals to gold. You have scientists who have spent their whole life trying to figure out how to do alchemy. But they're thinking, when you're thinking about transmuting a base metal like lead into gold, you are thinking low vibrational. You are thinking physical. You are thinking money, a monetary gain. That's low. That's not real alchemy. Real alchemy is when you transmute something negative into something positive, or when you transmute something positive into something negative. Real alchemy is to transmute your lower self into your higher self. That's real alchemy. You see what I'm saying? And spiritual alchemy is when you transmute your lower self into your higher self. When you learn how to transmute negative energy into positive energy. Transmute means to turn into. For those who don't know what transmutation is.
Indeed.
When you turn something from one thing to the next. And it works both ways. For example, I could come tell you something positive. You can take that and transmute that and turn that into something negative.
Yeah.
Right? I can say, hey man, I love them shoes you got on today. And you got the power. What you gonna do? You can transmute that to something negative and say, oh, what you trying to make fun of my shoes? You being funny? You like, hold on, man. I ain't even mean it like that. How many times did that happen to you when you told the motherfucker something? You ain't even mean it like that, but they flipped it and turned it to something else.
Right.
That was an example of them being participating in negative spiritual alchemy. But you can do the same thing positively. Somebody do something negative to you. When you feel that anger, you know what you can do? Instead of me, you just piss me off. But instead of me allowing you to piss me off, and
Some people it be hard for people though. It do. You know, I know it be hard. So you just piss me off. That is funny, man. That is funny for real. But it be like that. You know, you gotta transmute it though. You got to, man. You know, like, come on, why waste your time on that? Man, life's too short to be doing that.
now my whole day fucked up. I'm gonna take that energy and transmute it
Right.
into something positive, and I'm gonna go ahead and knock out me 500 push-ups. Oh, you pissed me off when you said I'm not gonna get this good job that I've been working hard for. So you know what I'm gonna do? I could either take that energy and transmute it into something negative and let it stay negative, or I could transmute it into something positive and say, you know what? Just because you said I'm not gonna get this job, now I'm gonna study 3 times as hard. I'm gonna use that as the fuel to my motherfucking fire to get this job.
Exactly.
I'm going to transmute the energy. That's spiritual alchemy.
That's how you gotta do it, man.
Transmute something from a lower state into a higher state. From a negative state into a positive state. So when you have things attacking you in your everyday life, first off, recognize that this is part of spiritual warfare. These beings, the fallen, are going to attack you through those you love, through events, through people, through situations. We might call this being tested.
No.
You might say, God tested me. God ain't testing you. The ancestors love you. They don't have to test you. You are one with the ancestors. This is what makes you a God. You are a divine reflection of the Most High. The Most High don't have to test you. The ancestors don't have to test you. No, you are being attacked by fallen angels. You are going through a spiritual attack. And now you must learn how to transmute the energy. Because the ancestors gave you all the tools you need because they made you in their image. You were made in the image of the infinite creator. You were made in the image of Almighty God. Therefore, you are both a child of God and a God. You are one with your creator, or at least you should be. That is the goal, to get back to your higher self. Right now, you have been forced to fall into your lower self. You must learn to transmute this energy so that you can rise into your higher self. And the only way you can do that is to transmute negative energy into positive energy, and that's what we call spiritual alchemy, because you are under spiritual attack. The fallen wants to make you fall into your lower self by making you fall into.
to your emotions and all
the
that.
negative energetic states by putting you into by trying to convince you to fall into negative emotional states by coming at you with negative situations or things you don't like. You must recognize that. And you must learn that that's not the test. That's when you must practice spiritual alchemy. Let me transmute. How can I transmute this situation? Right now, I'm sitting incarcerated with something I didn't do. I'm transmuting the energy because I'm working out, I'm reading, I'm staying positive, no matter how hard it gets. I'm staying productive, I'm working on things. I'm transmuting the energy, and for that, I'm going to be blessed. Or I could have let the negative thing happen to me and could allow this to completely make me be depressed and take me completely out. Now, is it easy? Hell no, it's warfare. So I get my days when some days are easier than others. But overall, I'm transmuting the energy to turn a negative into a positive. That's true alchemy. Not this dumb shit they tell you about alchemy. Oh, we're trying to transmute silver into gold. That's so low vibrational.
Exactly.
And that's why they've never been able to really master alchemy. Because they don't understand that true alchemy is to transmute your lower self into your higher self, which is your true placement in the cosmos. Spiritual alchemy. But in the practice, you must understand that everything is a spiritual attack. And that's why the ancestors teach you to use the cosmic force of faith. Because with faith and divine love and willpower, when you overcome any and everything, they don't have to test you. Zeus, aka Satan, is testing you because he throws events and situations at you to try to make you want to side with him. Because when some shit don't go our way, the first thing we do is we question it, and now we ready to attack the Creator. We ready to attack the ancestors. But when we attack the ancestors, we attack ourselves because we are one with that source, and Zeus knows that. Remember, he is the father of lies and deception. Keyword being deception. And deception is what? The art of war. Let me repeat that for the smoothies in the back of class who may be listening to this little YouTube part 1, right? They want to comment dumb shit, right? The art of war is deception and always has been. So that's the whole reason why Satan throws so many things at us, because he wants us to turn on our Creator. He wants us to turn on the ancestors, which when we let us do that, we turn on ourselves, because we are all connected. There is no separation. That's an illusion. Duality is an illusion. Now,
That's crazy though. Like, man, like what's meant to be will be, you know? I feel like the ancestors are gonna put you through anything that you can't handle, you know. And I wouldn't even think it is a test. I just think it's a spiritual warfare, man. That's all it is. They always on our side, even when we're being attacked, you know.
You see past duality when everything around you is separate from you. The wall, the fruit, the animals, the trees, people. That's the part of the spiritual warfare. That's the deception that Satan has placed in front of you. Satan literally means great deceiver. Let's not forget what Satan means. It's Latin for great deceiver. And he knows you better than you remember yourself, because you have forgotten who you are and where you come from, and that's the advantage he has over you. It's spiritual warfare. You must become a spiritual alchemist. You must practice spiritual alchemy. You must remember that you are a god, a goddess, a king, a queen, a high vibrational being. And you must transmute all negative energy into positive energy, because energy is just energy. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Energy isn't negative or positive. It's based upon the individual that's using the energy.
Right. It's based on their intentions. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. It's based on the person intentions with the energy. Dang, that's deep.
It's omnipresent. The force is all around you. It's within you and it's all around you. Right? Now, how are you going to use this force? You are either going to use this force to produce negative results in the universe, or you're going to use this force to produce positive results in the universe. So Zeus, aka Satan, whole goal is to trick you, great deceiver, into using your force personally to produce more negative energy, to produce more negative results, because he stands for negative, which is the opposite of positive. And the more negative results you produce with your force, the more you feed him and his army. That's why the world seems so negative, because he feeds off negative energy. But if you transmute that energy and we remove this positive energy, the fallen have no food source. Without any food, they eventually have to transcend. Right? And because death is not real even for them, they are energy, they are spirit, soul, mind. They will be forced to return back to the source from which they came from, which is Almighty God. This is how we win the war, cosmic family. We don't win the war with negative shit. You don't fight fire with fire. You fight fire with water. You fight water with fire, right? You can use the water to either put the fire out, or you can use the fire to put the water out. Either way. Because enough water will eventually put out a fire. But guess what? If that fire get hot enough, it's going to make that water evaporate. So fire can also put out water. That's something they don't talk about, though, cosmic family.
Sure can.
Right? That's the way energy works, right? You can make it positive or negative. It's just energy, though. It's going to be whatever you personally want it to be.
Right.
Because you are the creator and destroyer of your reality. This is spiritual alchemy. 101, cosmic family. The matrix is designed to make you become emotional, to make you more vulnerable to accept.
Yes, that's exactly what it is, bro. It's hard. It's so hard, bro, for everybody, man. It really is, man. It would definitely have you in your emotions, for real. You should not be, like this. But this is what we in, man. We gotta get out of it, and we definitely gotta use spiritual alchemy for sure. Can't let this matrix make you,
An emotional state. But emotions clog the soul. You are not supposed to be emotional. You are supposed to be at peace. Zeus knows how powerful you are, cosmic family. They know that.
Yeah.
So all they do is trick you into using your force to feed them. But anytime you think positive, you say positive, you do positive, you have positive intentions, you rise higher, you vibrate faster. They can't feed off that. You actually take their food away from them. Right? The more people vibrate high, the less food they have to feed off of. If you don't feed the beast, what can the beast eat?
Nothing.
Eventually the beast will have to turn around and eat itself. Just like the stomach does. If you don't feed your stomach, eventually the stomach will start to digest itself.
Yeah. Damn, that's real.
That's that feeling you get when you say, oh, I feel like my stomach in my back. Right?
You have 1 minute left.
Because the stomach has its own mind, but that's a whole nother lecture. I'll expound upon that in later lessons, cosmic family.
Damn, the stomach do got its own mind, though. It really do. Oh, man. It be growling when it want, it hurts when it want, and then, man, it's like a whole, like I be saying, it's like a whole universe in there, for real.
But I want you to meditate deeply on what I said about spiritual alchemy and the spiritual warfare and transmuting this energy, transmuting your lower self into your higher self, transmuting good, negative things to positive things. That's why positive energy always creates elevation. And with that being said, peace to the gods and goddesses of planet Cod.
Indeed.
Peace to the high vibrational human beings. Have a great week. Have a greater month. Have a greater man-made year. Have a greater energy.
I'm glad you threw that. Have a greater man-made year, because it's not real. Years are not real.
Great week. Have a greater month. Have a greater man-made year. Have a greater energy cycle. I leave as I come in divine love and purpose.
I mean, that's really all we in is energy cycles, because every day is a different energy anyway. It's just an energy cycle. Man, great lecture from Bashar Jamal. Shout out to Bashar Jamal, man. He will have you thinking, for real, definitely. That's real though. Like that spiritual alchemy is definitely a thing, man. I think we all should use it, especially being in this matrix, man, because it get hard. It really do, man. You can really be having like, you know, down sometimes, for real. But yeah, go ahead and end it off right there. You guys, man, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, got something from it. You already know we're gonna be right back tomorrow with another video. All right, but like I always say, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.